everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we are doing a complete, season-by-season breakdown of one of the most insane, bloody, and brilliant shows on television, The Boys. I'm going to recap every major plot twist, death, and shocking moment from Season 1 through Season 4, and at the end I'll share my honest opinion on the entire series. This is going to be full of spoilers, so if you're not caught up, hit pause, binge watch, and come right back. Let's get into it. Season 1 recap. We meet Huey Campbell, a regular guy whose life is shattered when his girlfriend Robin is accidentally liquefied by the speedster train, a member of the world's most beloved superhero team, the Seven. Huey is recruited by Billy Butcher, a foul-mouthed, violent man with a deep hatred for soups. Butcher reveals that superheroes are not born, they are made by a drug called Compound V, created by the corrupt corporation Vought. Butcher wants to expose them and get revenge for his own wife, Becca, who he believes was killed by the leader of the Seven, Homelander. The Boys. Butcher, Huey, Mother's Milk, Frenchie, and the female soup Kimiko start taking down the Seven piece by piece. They murder the invisible soup Translucent in a brutal revenge kill. We see the dark side of each hero. A Train is a selfish addict, the Deep is pathetic and commits assault, and Queen Maeve is broken and jaded. Starlight, a genuine young hero from Iowa, joins the Seven and is immediately sexually assaulted by the Deep. Over the season, she rebels, falls for Huey, and becomes an informant for the Boys. The season builds to a devastating reveal. Homelander is a godlike sociopath who manipulates everyone, murders his Vought handler Madeline Stillwell when she no longer serves him, and has no real limits. In the finale, Butcher confronts Homelander with a bomb strapped to himself, but Homelander saves him at the last second because he knows a secret. Becca is alive, and she has been raising Homelander's superpowered son, Ryan, in a hidden compound. The season ends with Homelander showing off Ryan to Butcher, completely shattering him. Season 2 recap. Season 2 turns up the chaos. The Boys are now fugitives, framed for Madeline Stillwell's murder. A new soup arrives. Stormfront, a social media savvy hero who is secretly a century-old Nazi named Liberty. She quickly bonds with Homelander, sharing his belief in a master race of soups. Butcher is presumed dead but returns, and the team discovers that Stormfront manipulated Vought into testing Compound V on adults, creating an army of unstable supervillains to profit from. Huey and Starlight's relationship is tested when Huey learns her Compound V power comes from a tragic procedure that ruined her mother. Meanwhile, the Deep sinks to new lows, joining the Church of the Collective in a desperate attempt to get back into the Seven. A Train is kicked out, but slowly begins a redemption arc. The emotional core is the story of Becca and Ryan. Homelander pressures Becca to let Ryan become a public hero, while Butcher tries and initially fails to connect with the bull. Everything explodes in the finale. Stormfront tries to take Ryan away herself, and in the violent confrontation, Becca is fatally stabbed by Stormfront. Ryan unleashes his powers for the first time and horribly burns Stormfront. In his dying moment, Butcher chooses to break his promise to Becca and refuses to take Ryan in, leaving him in the care of the CIA. The final twist is mind-blowing. Victoria Newman, the fiery young congresswoman fighting Vought all season, is secretly a head-popping soup, and she detonates the heads of everyone at a congressional hearing, plunging the world into chaos. Season 3 recap. 1 year later, Butcher is working for Newman, not knowing she's a soup, and the Boys are trying to bring down the increasingly unstable Homelander from within. Huey discovers Newman's secret, and they learn the only weapon that might kill Homelander is Soldier Boy, the original American superhero, thought dead, but actually held captive by the Russians. With a dose of temporary Compound VV-24, Butcher gains laser eyes and super strength, and Huey can teleport. Butcher and Huey rescue Soldier Boy, who has a new power, a chest beam that can burn the Compound V out of a soup's blood, permanently depowering them. The hunt for Homelander leads to the infamous Harrigasm episode, an orgy of soups where Soldier Boy, Butcher, and Huey almost kill Homelander, but he escapes. Soldier Boy reveals his real target is his former team, Payback, who sold him out to the Russians decades ago. Black Noir, the silent ninja of the Seven, is revealed to have been destroyed by Soldier Boy in the past and dies trying to face him again. The season's climax is a three-way fight. The Boys, Soldier Boy, and Homelander all converge at Vought Tower. Queen Maeve makes a heroic sacrifice, throwing herself and Soldier Boy out a window, losing her powers but surviving. The decisive moment comes when Soldier Boy is about to blast Homelander with his devouring beam, but Ryan tries to protect his father, and Butcher turns against Soldier Boy to save Ryan. The beam misfires, Homelander escapes, and Ryan smiles at him, approving of his violence. Butcher learns his V20 for abuse is fatal. He is dying. The season ends with Newman becoming the vice presidential candidate on a ticket that could give Homelander total control. Season for recap. The final season so far is a powder keg. Butcher has only months to live, his brain tumor giving him terrifying new tentacle-like powers. His sole mission is to kill Homelander by unleashing a soup-killing virus. Huey is trying to hold his life together while his estranged mother comes back into the picture. Starlight becomes the public face of the anti-Homelander movement, but struggles as a symbol without real power. A train, finally completing his redemption, leaks damning information about Vought to the Boys, leading to catastrophic consequences for him personally. Homelander, now trying to appear as a family man with Ryan, is being secretly masterminded by Sister Sage, the world's smartest soup, who orchestrates a plan to bring the presidency to Vought. Victoria Newman makes a deal with Homelander, but secretly she is a loose end. In a brutal and shocking moment, an enhanced Butcher kills Newman in cold blood to prevent her from being used as a weapon, then steals a sample of the soup killer virus. Everything builds to the apocalyptic finale. Butcher's mission has morphed. He no longer wants to save humanity from soups, he wants to exterminate all soups. He infects himself with the virus and unleashes on a top-secret Vought facility. Meanwhile, only Homelander and Sage wanted to push the country into martial law by using assassins loyal to Vought. Butcher, now a monstrous villain, captures Ryan and disappears, while Homelander seizes power, dismantles the government, and declares martial law with soups in charge. The final image is America under soup occupation, with the Boys on the run and Huey crying out that they need to fight. My opinion, The Boys is, without a doubt, one of the best 10 most important satires of our time. What started as a shocking, ultra-violent takedown of superhero culture has evolved into a terrifyingly sharp commentary on fascism, corporate power, celebrity worship, and the soul-crushing nature of political propaganda. Anthony Starr's Homelander is one of the greatest television villains ever. He makes you laugh, cringe, and feel sick, often in the same scene. The character arcs, especially for a train, Huey, and Butcher, show genuine, painful change. If I have one critique, it's that sometimes the show indulges so much in gore and shock value that it threatens to overshadow the brilliant writing. But even that excess has a point. It rips off the sanitized mask of the Marvel, DC world, and shows what power without accountability actually looks like. Season 4 takes a darker, more nihilistic turn that lost some viewers, but I believe it's a necessary, horrifying setup for the 5th and final season. Butcher completing his transformation into the very monster he swore to destroy is the perfect, tragic endpoint of 8 years of storytelling. If you enjoyed this recap, smash that like button, subscribe, and let me know in the comments who you think will survive the final season. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.